Okay, everybody, this is the Texas Gallardo, and I'm back with another edition. The car spent about 5 weeks in the shop getting repaired. Brought it in for an oil change and to get the oil leak isolated. Turned out to be the oil filter mount, so I had to have that fixed. Took a few weeks, most of the time, just to get the parts in. The first place the shop ordered from, they didn't ship, and then they finally notified them after 2.5 weeks that the parts were not available, so they had to go to another supplier. Finally got that in, got it all fixed, got it back. I've driven it about 80 miles. In addition, I went ahead and put on a carbon fiber rear spoiler. I like the look of this much better. It just kind of gives it a better stance, right? Makes it look really good. So that's one of the things I want to talk about today is, owning these and setting expectations, right? So with any 20-year-old car, you're going to have to expect some kind of repair, things like that. So just be prepared, set a budget. I have a budget set aside for repairs so I can enjoy the car and not worry so much about having to put money into it, because with any car of age is going to come problems. I want to make sure I drive this thing regularly so that it doesn't develop new issues. Driving them regularly helps out. And so I took it to a show about 35 miles away this past weekend, and everybody loved it. You don't see a lot of them out. You see a lot of Hurricanes, but not these. So it was really great up there. People wanted to sit in and check it out. So it's really good to show it off and have a lot of fun with it. The drive is still really amazing. I love it. So anyways, I thought on this one I'd go ahead and do a little drive, show you what it's like to ride in the car. I've got my GoPro mounted, and let's take it for a spin, see how it does. All right, so here we are. Let's give it a test drive. Still a little cold, so I'm going to take it kind of easy. That's 5, 6. I'm already speeding on this road, so I got to be careful. But the RPM of the engine, the roar, is just incredible. It doesn't sound like an American V8, it sounds like an Italian V10. Just amazing feeling. Come up to a light, put it in neutral. Don't want to leave it in gear at a stoplight. Driving it just in the city streets, and then we'll see if we can't open it up a little bit more, get next to a highway. Downshift, paddle shifting, I like it. I think it's kind of nice. I can drive 6-speed no problem. Never owned a gated, but I would get used to it, but I like having both hands up on the steering wheel. It's kind of nice. You got to drive a little bit more aggressively than you would do with most cars, because this motor was really designed to not be driven at 2,000 RPMs, but 5,000 RPMs or more. So when you get the opportunity, you kind of get on it. You don't have to be over aggressive, but just a little bit more aggressive than what you would be with most cars because of the nature of this motor. So right now I'm constantly watching my water temp, oil pressure, making sure that everything goes up okay where it's supposed to be, and make sure I don't have any problems there. It's just so much fun to drive. Like 50. It just wants to go. It doesn't like going slow, that's for sure. Let's see if we can find some space over here to open her up. About 6,000 plus RPM. The pulls on these things are just incredible. Just getting up there in a straight line, opening up, sweeping curves are some of my favorite road courses to take. A lot of people like to convert these to two-wheel drive, and I personally I understand why, but I just love that all-wheel drive pull through the turns. It's really fun. So of course the downshifts. Driving in sport mode, never drive in standard manual mode. Always drive in sport mode because it's better on the clutch and the clutch engagement. I think what I love most about this car is in an American V8 or a Viper, you start hitting 5,000 RPMs, you're getting close to top. This car, you're just getting started, right? And that rev of this high RPM motor is just, I wouldn't even play music in here because I don't want to hear anything but that. Exhilarating. I found that I have to drive with the headlights on or I can't see the dash really well. It could be a combination of the windows. It could also be just the angle of everything, but it's probably a good idea to drive with the headlights on anyways, just so you can see, and people can see you, and then there's no mistake or anything like that that can happen. Just good safety. But it's kind of funny how you can't see the dash really well if you don't have the headlights on. So I'm getting close to 90 degrees Celsius on the temp. So it's just now warming up. The oil temp is still cool. Oil pressure is good. So everything's good on this. Really happy. All right, so we're back home in the garage, safe and sound. I've got cardboard underneath to check for any oil leaks. You can see in the past I had been leaking oil. Condensation out the exhaust does not count. That's pretty much to be expected. I'll get ready. I'll put the trickle charger on there. I'm just using a Walmart EverStart. It's a charger and then it goes into float mode once it gets done. Plus you can do lithium batteries if I ever change over to that. Got a car cover for it I'll probably put on this week. Check the oil right now just to make sure everything's good. And here's the new carbon fiber wing I put on. I'm not going to get into how to do that. That was, not hard. It's just getting the pins out for the actuator assembly to lift the wing on the stock wing. So that was kind of fun, but other than that, it was pretty simple. I did not hook up the brake light or the camera. Left it. I'm still using the brake light up there, which is still legal. It's not blocking it. But yeah, so that was what it's like to ride in the Gallardo, and we'll see you next time.
Back,